Welcome back to Allan Plays the Game of Thrones RPG. Sir Alistair Sarwick has just returned to River Spring to find mysterious documents.
My Lord Sarwick.
Greetings, Victor. What can I do for you?
My lord, I cannot thank you enough for saving my life during the rioting.
Don't thank me, thank R'hllor. I am only an instrument of his divine plan.
Well, your god seems to have helped the entire town. Did you know that people are returning to town and that trade is slowly resuming?
Is that right?
Only yesterday I ferried in a group of woodsmen and some weavers who'd left for Castlewood several moons ago.
Castlewood, you say? Can you take me there?
From here? It's downstream, couldn't be easier. Just drop the boat in the water and it floats down there by itself.
If that's the case, I will probably need your help soon.
Of course. I owe you at least that. You can find me in the port when you're ready to leave.
Have you seen those who've taken over the Godswood? There's some strange folk there dressed in red who worship a fire god. What are they doing here?
Those frauds are guests of Alistair Sarwick. He came back from the Free Cities with his head filled
I'm right
with
here, you
Eastern
know.
nonsense.
Rioting, and now this. The puffed up lordling will be the death of River Spring, mark my word.
Do you have better goods? Oh, you do. Holy smokes. It is hard to argue against that type of increase, but I can't afford it, so...
So, you were able to go back to your master?
Yes, my lord.
I hope you'll work for him. River Spring needs every able man in order to return to its former splendor.
Yes. Yes, my lord.
Very well. Keep up the good work.
Wait.
What is it?
Here. For you.
I thank you.
Hey, pighead. Don't you care to thank the man that saved you?
Thank you, my lord.
Hey, give me some item. A butcher knife. Oh, nice. I need to equip it first, right?
Said they would. Aye. Poor Tyrek. He paid the heaviest price for his bravery. We should have protected him better after all he did for us.
You finally returned to town.
We crossed paths during the rioting, didn't we? Aren't you Preston?
Yes. And you gave us food from the castle.
If I remember correctly, you were an ardent follower of Tyrek during the rioting. I hope you now realize that it is wiser not to rise above your rank in this world.
Tyrek died for a cause he believed in. Like many people did that day. After all this, I don't know what to think anymore. Was his struggle in vain?
It was a worthy cause, but he chose the wrong enemy. The Sarwicks have only ever wanted the best for its people.
I'm going to give you a chance, Alistair. There is hope again in River Spring, and I wouldn't want to stand in the way of that. Just know that I'll be watching.
That is all I ask of you.
The next drunkard who pisses in front of me will get a good hiding and find himself in the river, I swear.
You want to drown them? Believe me, I've thought the same myself, but keep your head. It won't help matters by killing the harmless.
You won't be strutting so proudly then.
You see, it was well worth it.
It's nice to have some calm, but the docks are still empty. And what of all those honeyed promises the new lord gave?
You're being too harsh. He did all he could. He showed he was one of us, didn't he? Give him some time.
Look how dashing we are in this attire. We'll serve River Spring's watch as best we can.
I recognize you. You are one of those who attacked our men during the rioting.
Oh, no, my lord. We've joined your watch. We ran a little wild during the rioting, but no more. We'll fight to the death for River Spring.
A joy to hear it. Keep doing as you are.
Lord Sarwin, look how dashing we are in this attire. We'll serve River Spring's watch as best we can.
Alistair, it is a joy to see you again. Do you have news of Gawain?
Eliana, I warned you not to trust Valar.
What do you mean? What does he have to do with Gawain?
Our little brother is dead. Killed on Valar's orders.
7 gods, it can't be!
I saw Gawain's body, Eliana.
But why would Valar kill him?
I only see one explanation. River Spring. His lust for power was strong enough that he would kill the only man standing between him and the throne.
But this is absurd. Gawain wasn't a threat. Father had personally disinherited him.
Valar is not one to take any risks.
No. Tell me it's not true. That man is a monster. What am I to do? I cannot marry that murderer. I could not endure it.
I know, little sister. Your marriage must be stopped at all costs.
But the Queen, she would never change her decision. She will force me to marry him.
All is not lost. I haven't played all my cards yet.
Please, Alistair, help me.
You know our words, Ilyana. Family is hope. Protect it, always. But in order for me to succeed, I need your help. Father hid some documents here that could help me in the fight against Valar. Do you know where he might have hidden the documents?
I am sorry, Alistair, but Father was very secretive. He never confided anything to me. You need to speak with Maester Harwin. If anyone were to know, it would be he. I have no need for this. I have enough troubles as it is.
Lady Eliana.
We know he set off for Riverspring, and 2 weeks have passed with no news. I'm sure you can understand our distress.
It grieves me too, Sir Edwin, but what would you have me do?
It grieves you? Our father, Lord Roxton, is missing, and you say it grieves you?
From what I know, your father would never go riding without strong escort. I cannot see what could have happened to him.
Indeed. We know that he left the Reach alone and with haste. You are just as familiar with his quick temper as we are.
We could send scouts to search for him in the mountains, if that would reassure you.
Enough! You know very well where he is. So it wasn't enough for you to betray us the once, whore?
How dare you? You've gone too far. Guards, take our guests to their chambers.
This isn't over, Eliana. This isn't over. Believe me.
What is going on?
Nothing of consequence. Just a difference of opinion. I don't need your help with everything, you know.
Eliana?
Don't worry about me. I'm capable of handling this on my own.
I can't sit on my father's throne yet. Our land is still in mourning.
Interesting.
Alistair, how was your journey to King's Landing?
The situation there is worse than I imagined. It will prove difficult to stop Valar from claiming the title to Riverspring. And Gawain is dead.
Gods be good. This is upsetting news, Alistair. What happened?
The Gold Cloaks found him dead amidst the victims of some bloody business.
Poor Gawain.
And the worst is, Valar is responsible for all these killings.
Valar? Can you prove it?
Yes, I retrieved the written order to kill them, signed in his own hand. But I must obtain more proof before I can openly accuse Valar. Otherwise I risk facing the Queen's wrath.
Valar cannot get away with such a crime.
One thing at a time, Harwin. I haven't finished with him yet. I have a new ally, Lord Arwood Harden of Castlewood. It was he who helped me trace Gawain.
Lord Halton? I see. He was a great friend of your father's. Did you meet him in King's Landing?
Yes, Gawain was trying to reach him before he disappeared. Lord Halton approached me after a meeting with the Queen and told me what he knew. While looking for my brother, I learned things that could change our land's fate, and perhaps more. Father was already onto it. He wrote all this down and hid the documents somewhere in Riverspring. I must find them.
Hidden documents? If I'm not mistaken, You're not the only one who has sought them.
How so?
Some weeks ago, actually, it was the day your father died. Some of Lord Raynald's bannermen and friends were in River Spring.
Lord Garth, no need to take offense over such trifling matters. Squabbles between houses are commonplace. Believe me, with patience, things will work out by themselves. By the grace of the gods, learn to relish a king's meal when you can. I have enough problems with my son Gawain. I don't know if I should find anger or joy in his absence at the table.
My lord, come quickly!
What is it now?
Someone has forced his way into your office.
What? Entry is strictly forbidden. I hope that you have put the wretch behind bars.
Well, the man in your office is none other than your son Gawain, my lord.
Gawain? That wretch. I've had enough. That ingrate never ceases to dishonor, disappoint, and disobey me. He's gone too far. I won't tolerate any more of it. Never again.
Come now, my lord. He is your son.
Gawain means nothing to me, Harwin. I only had one son, and he's lost to me. And look at all the trouble he has given me. I should have taken care of this a long time ago. I call on all present to be my witnesses. On this day, I, Lord Raynald Sarwick, do disinherit my son Gawain and deprive him of all rights and privileges formerly bequeathed to him. Now I must chase him from my chambers. This latest outrage will be his last. I must take my leave now. Come with me, Harwin.
Raynald, my friend. I know we have our differences, but today I share your pain. I am saddened to hear what Gawain has done. But despite my affection for him, I must admit that you are right. If he were to become lord of your house, he would cause its downfall.
Not only mine, Arwood. The same fate would befall all of the lands that depend on River Spring. When the rot sets in, it remains only to cut it out. It's as simple as that.
Are you certain you made the right decision, my lord?
I made the only decision that my good-for-naught son made possible. By the gods, I swear even his sister would be the better one to succeed me.
But we're talking about your last heir.
River Spring should have been Alistair's by right, no one else's. Let's get this over with.
Father!
Gawain! This door was locked, but that didn't stop you from going through my things, did it?
Father, I know about the Brotherhood. I only want to help you.
Seven hells, who asked you to interfere? What's at stake here is too important for you to become involved. This is enough. I stopped believing that you could replace Alistair a long time ago. This ends now. I'm disinheriting you.
No! I don't know who's been putting these ideas into your head. I beg of you, Father!
Silence! If anyone has put anything in my head, it would be you. You and your inability to listen. You and your disrespect. You have brought enough trouble on this house. If you have an ounce of respect left for the Sarwick name, you will not make another scene.
Father! Listen to me!
Enough! Leave me now. I would not see you again.
Your father chased your brother from the room without any further ado, and wouldn't hear so much as an explanation from him.
And then? You were saying it happened the day my father died.
Your father went to sleep right after the incident. The poison was already in his veins by then. He never saw the sunrise.
I see. Has anyone been in this room since?
No. I locked the door after the incident, so that no one could enter it. You might also be faced with many locked doors during your investigation. Take my keys. They should all be there.
Do you think Gawain was looking for the same documents that I am?
I only know that when you spoke of these hidden documents, I immediately remembered the incident. If your father was concealing any documents, they would be in this room.
I've never seen his office in such a state. Even the shield he was so proud of no longer hangs on the wall.
Your sister was forced to sell the shield after the rioting. We needed the coin after giving the castle's supplies to the villagers, as you had ordered.
Thank you, Harwin. You may take your leave now. I can handle this alone.
Very well, my lord.
No trace of Father's documents. There's nothing here. Incredible. A secret door. No trace of Father's documents. They must be here somewhere. There's nothing here. Is everything well, Ryman?
I've just taken in a killer who's been spilling blood all over town. I've never seen anyone fight so well. He slit a guard's throat before I had a chance to unsheath my sword.
Let us be thankful that he's in the dungeons now. What about you, Ravella? How are you?
Very well, my lord. How can we be of service?
I need to get to my father's documents, but they're locked away somewhere. I am confident that this paper holds the key to getting to them. A riddle, a poem that my father wrote. I'm trying to find some of his documents.
That would be quite typical of Reynold. He was quite taken with riddles.
This one seems to refer to our family. This one talks about you too, Ravella. Is the throne in the castle the same one my parents married in front of?
Yes, indeed. Nonetheless, I cannot imagine where Lord Reynold could have concealed anything. If he managed to conceal something, only a keen eye would spot it.
I see. And this line, the warrior, must be referring to you, Ryman, I suppose.
For what I know or care, it may be referring to me or to anyone wearing a suit of armor. I have no time to play at this. Please excuse me.
Making a cut.